Hey guys, thanks so much for joining us. Welcome to episode 21 of Path of Most Resistance. We're getting very near the end, my friends. Previously, our party rescued Fern from two Tieflings who were terrible actors. Kit scried for her parents as well as Sammy and learned all three are in Weldfield. The players arrived at a creepy house in the middle of the bog only to find it's a shop called the Crazy Wisp. After purchasing magical items and armor, Aiden has just discovered Sammy is on the upper floor of the shop.
I want to. Is he holding like my arms or like my
He's got you by the
armor?
cloak.
Oh, okay. I want to kind of put one hand up and, hey, Sammy.
Sammy is elated to see Aiden, and she jumps from her platform behind this door, at the top of the stairs, and she kind of jumps down a couple of stairs, and she throws her arms around you and kind of slaps Chad away or whatever. And so she's got you around the neck. She's like, "What are you doing way out here? You really missed me."
Get a room.
Well, boy, we were kind of a little bit looking for you, a little bit trying to find some other people.
Oh, sweet. Yo, you brought your friends.
Oh, yeah.
Hi, Sammy.
Hey.
Just wanted to get the lowdown, make sure you're all right. We're just passing through. We're trying to get to the bottom of stuff. We killed Visago, but he's back now. Some really crazy stuff. But I knew you were here, and I just wanted to check up and make sure you were all right. And
You
maybe,
record this?
oh, she might. I think. Does she?
Well, is that that Tiefling that you guys were traveling with?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's how I know him. I mean, what do you mean?
That's okay.
Because apparently he's with Sago now, but
That's
I
fine.
can't I can't get a read on him. I don't know if he's with us or against us yet.
So I'd assume that at this time, Dajal and Louis, you kind of make your way towards these stairs. Fern and Kid are still in the foyer. Bjorn is still watching them, trying to make sure they're not touching stuff with their child hands. And Chad is here on the steps.
Child hands.
And Chad kind of steps back, and he is surprised to see that you, but sort of relieved to see that you know Sammy. And he asks, "What's going on here? Do you guys know each other?"
Oh, yeah, most definitely. She's who I was kind of hoping was here. Yep.
So these guys are cool. And Sammy's like, "Yeah, they're cool. Get out of here, you crusty cruster." And Chad's like, "Okay." And so Chad kind of heads down the steps to go watch out for the front of the shop again. Go sing to his axe. You hear him kind of do. It's an axe downstairs. And you are at the top of these stairs with Sammy.
So have you been here the whole time?
Well, I went into town, and it was really gross, and I didn't want to be there. So then I came here, and it's really gross, and I don't want to be here. But I figured it was a good place to hide out, right? So.
Have you heard anything through the grapevine?
Concerning the Visago guy?
Yeah.
Not really, except I have a theory that some of the people in Morosclaw are working with him.
Oh, that's guaranteed.
That stands to reason. Well, yeah, it's definitely best that you keep hiding out for sure. Sorry to make you do that.
Well, no, I mean, I wouldn't need that if we were hanging out, if we're together, right? We could.
Yeah, you can come with us.
Yeah, you stay here and we can go.
I'm getting mixed signals now, so I don't.
Oh boy, this is the thing. I would rather.
Aiden said he couldn't live without you by his side.
Aiden turns to Dajal and man.
Yeah, I know, man. I know you didn't want me to tell her, but yeah,
boy,
time is time.
He turns back around. As much as I would love for you to come with us, I just think it would be a lot safer if you. I mean, don't get me wrong. You can hold your own. I'm sure you could probably beat me. I mean, everyone can, right?
Oh, yeah.
But this is the thing. I would just feel better if you didn't, because then that's one less person that I feel I have to worry about. I'm not saying I have to worry about you or anything. You're strong, independent lady. You're great.
He thinks your beauty would distract him in battle.
if
I
that's
can
if
take
that's
care of myself, Aiden. I'm a strong, independent woman. I'm a monk. I'm trained. I've been with Morrow's Claw. You don't have to worry
there's
about me.
I 100%, but I do. Look, if I'm being real and I get in like real close, I worry about these two like way too much, like little too much.
Well, then you'll
And
have
if you
someone
were
else to
there,
watch them.
yeah. Wait, what?
Yeah, you'll have someone else to look out for them. You don't have to worry about, like,
Yeah, but
I'll
then
be
I
there
have
to
to worry
protect them
about.
too.
Yeah. I'm really I'm a hard well.
You don't want me to come with you.
No,
I
well,
You
no,
think
that's
that I'm valuable. I can help you.
I want to awaken mine with Aiden real quick.
yeah,
Hey, Aiden,
yeah.
what was the big deal in finding her? If you don't want her to come with us anyway.
I was hoping we could get maybe some information about what transpired.
She pretty much got kicked out because we put her in charge, right?
She didn't get kicked out. She
Well,
left.
she
She
thought-
left.
Well, they thought she was working with us, right?
Well,
You know what
and
happened?
I don't think it ever got to that point, right? It
No,
just she left before.
They put out a bounty on you, and she said
Yeah.
that because she was involved with you, she's in danger too.
Yeah, I mean, so she's kind of in the same boat we are.
Yeah,
I mean,
Because she's involved with you.
I mean,
boy.
I'm
boy.
down for anyone who can come out and help out because our cleric always dies.
That's a low blow, but I like
said
it.
I said it. I'm sorry.
like it.
I said it.
Ooh, shots so early. So early for shots.
Aiden just looks at Sammy and says, "You can come with us. Just know that."
I die a lot.
I mean, I guess you know what? It's fine. I worry 100% of the time anyway. So come on,
Great, I'm glad I have
Come
your
on.
permission to go with you.
boy, howdy. That's how you think of it, huh?
Oh, Louie,
That's
we're
great.
here for their first
That's
fight.
great. Oh,
Please continue.
oh boy. Well,
Please continue.
this is great. Okay. Mhm.
He also thinks your breath smells.
Boy, just adding to it, huh? Well, and another note, good to see you. Where I look back to Louis and Dejal. Just now, I'm just perplexed. Thank you for that, lady and guy. Where to? Are we going?
Sammy,
to
do you know the
find-
quickest way to get to Oakfield?
Yeah, it's just south of here.
Do you know Kurt and Prunella?
I don't know who that
They
is.
weren't part of. I know they weren't part of Morrow's Claw or anything, but we're with a little tiefling girl. They're her parents. One, we gotta go see if they're there and make sure they're okay. Two, they're probably our best shot at a lead right now, besides someone we threw in a forbidden forest and someone we don't know if they're good or bad or not. Yeah.
So what do you guys want to do? No one's here. It's just me by my lonesome.
I mean, you had these two with you. I point to
Yeah,
Chad and
Jordan.
they're riveting conversation. Two old dwarfs. Great.
I mean, but they love their weapon, yeah. Aiden was really kicking it off with him. I just thought you two had more in common. Anyway, yeah, we should go.
Oh boy.
You know, I think I might stay here, hold down the fort. You know,
Good
I was-
decision. Let's go.
I was looking at Sammy and be like, I know you're mad. Do you really want to stay here?
I hate it here so much.
Aiden just goes up to her and just looks at her and says, "Look, if you want to come with us, you can come with us. It's up to you at this point. We are going here. You are more than welcome to come. I don't want to force you to do anything. I don't want you to think you can't do anything. However, just know that it's not going to be easy and it's going to be really dangerous, and I just don't want you to get hurt."
Because he cares.
Shut up, Dejal.
Not buying it, but I'll go with you. It's better than staying here.
You can be Aiden's shield since he just gave it up back there.
No, I'm good. Let's go.
I'm good. She says I'm good.
I want to tap Aiden on the shoulder.
Aiden's gonna do an insight real quick on Sammy to
Okay.
see what that's all.
Oh, she mad. She mad.
Yo,
at you.
yep.
Well, it's the first inside check for that couple.
Yikes. Okay, so Aiden's just
She gonna
Go
roll an
ahead.
insight. She gonna roll insight on Aiden. How about that?
Oh, snap. Okay.
All right, tell me if you just like if Cody,
Yeah.
do you not want Sammy to go with you guys? Like, are you embarrassed,
Oh, no, she can come with us.
or are you
I'm just thinking
genuinely
is
like safe? Like you're trying to keep her safe, or she's annoying? Like, which one does Cody?
Oh,
feel?
like genuinely trying to keep her safe.
Okay.
Like Aiden's definitely cool. Like I would like to think they bonded over their bar trip, and Aiden maybe feels a little more for her than most other people, so he wants to keep her safe. That's a genuine thing.
She's not buying that, so she's not reading that at all. So she mad. So
Yeah, no, I figured that.
yeah, okay. So that's not the vibe that she's getting. But so anyway, she's like, okay, let's go. She kind of like pushes past all of you and heads down this spiral staircase out of the turret and into this shop area where Chad and Bjorn are here with Kid and Fern. And Kid's like, all right, so what are we doing?
We're going to Worldfield.
Gonna go
Dude.
find Fern's parents?
Mm-hmm.
So you guys head outside of this shop and you find your axe beaks here, kind of near the porch. Sammy does not have one, however. So she kind of hikes up her pants a little bit. And
I offer mine to her.
I don't need it. I'm fine.
Okay.
Wow,
Boy.
didn't even try to persuade me. Cool. And so
Oh,
she starts marching.
All right. I don't need one. All right.
Oh boy, this is
All right, you can run behind us.
just bamboozled.
She starts kind of marching off into this bog, and after a while of and like blowing her hair out of her face and like sweating bugs and getting really mad and stuff, you guys are just kind of whatever, following her along on your birds, and you're fine. You guys leave Chad's shop, and Chad kind of waves you off, and he reminds you to come back in 2 to 3 days for your things, and he will have those prepared for you with Bjorn.
2 days.
2 days.
2 to 3 days.
Sounds good. And you're not sure if he's waving goodbye or he says 2 days. And you guys head out.
Gabby, after a while, Louis is gonna invite her on her whatever mount it is. This is the girls' mount.
The girls' bird.
Ladies mount.
Yeah.
Okay.
Is she joining?
Sammy gratefully kind of hops up on here with Louis, and you guys are kind of riding along. As you guys are kind of walking, Louis, you hear a crunch sound beneath your bird's foot.
I do like a tactical military move. Stop move. There we go.
Okay. Does everyone stop, or you guys just keep going?
Yeah, that's not.
Okay. So you guys kind of halt for a second. Kid and Fern halt on theirs. Dajal and Aiden halt on theirs. What would you like to do about this situation now that you're halted?
I'll start by looking down.
Okay, make me an investigation.
What do I see?
You look down, and under your Axebeak's foot is a crushed skull. Seems to be an animal skull, like a sheep skull, or something of that nature.
I get off the bird and want to investigate around the area.
Okay. So you investigate, you look down, you step off your bird, and you're kind of looking around this area, and you are seeing through the continuously thick fog. The sun has come up. It's about maybe 8:30 in the morning, and you see a much more fragments and bones scattered around this kind of area. Some stuck kind of in the grassy marsh. You see some skulls, some fragments.
Yeah, from different corpses. Okay.
Different types of corpses. Yes, you see pieces of cow, pieces of sheep, and pieces of human.
Can we see Weldfield yet?
You cannot.
Okay.
What are you looking for, Cody? With a 21 nature, being in this boggy area.
I just want to see if I notice anything else around us or in the ground. Just like I'm looking around to see if I can see if anything is amiss.
Yeah, that 24 is excellent. And you kind of look forward through this really thick fog. And as it sort of clears, you see a large, looming figure. And it's kind of lumbering, broad-shouldered, splish, splash through the marsh in front of you.
What is it like trudging toward us?
It seems to be, yes.
I want you to
Can
alert
I-
everyone.
what is
like not like, hey guys, like I want to like,
Oh, you want to do a tactical move like?
wanna
yeah,
see-
like sweet hand signals.
Can I tell what it is?
With a 21 nature, seeing this massive figure in front of you, scattered bones, you're able to kind of piece together, Dejol, that it's probably some sort of yeti, of some elemental yeti.
Yetis, dope.
Minor illusion to make myself bigger, like something real big, and then thaumaturgy to
Okay.
just a real guttural, ooh, like try to
Well,
scare it off.
Okay.
Like
How many turns do you have?
This isn't a turn. He's not. We haven't rolled.
I'm just I'm just
initiative.
doing this.
So
I'm just-
You're adding about 5 feet to your figure, making yourself kind of big
Yes.
as you scare off a bear and just go wild. But you're adding this low thaumaturgy,
Yes.
like bellowing.
along with, I don't know if minor illusion works like thaumaturgy. I can cast multiple thaumaturgies, but I don't.
Okay.
Yellow, real deep yellow eyes with it, like,
Nice, cool beans. Okay,
while waking mining the other two. Gotta
roll me intimidation.
Oh boy,
Hey, you're good at that.
I'm good at that.
You're super good at that.
Yes, I am, and I'm gonna roll a crit one.
Watch.
Very nice.
Oh my
Oh.
gosh.
Great, my
this,
god.
This thing in the fog, this yeti, whatever it is, goes from being like this big square-shouldered creature to kind of getting down on its haunches, and it stays still. It seems to be waiting for something.
I want to awaken one. I don't know what I did. I don't know what I've
Maybe
done.
it's waiting for reinforcements. I could get this kicked off and really just throw this dope spear of lightning at it. What do you guys
Yeah.
think?
How about we? I want to check the area for more.
I take my
You
bow out.
want, do I see anything
Okay.
else with my 24?
Oh yeah.
Like I got a pretty dope.
Through the fog, with this 24, you don't see any more figures, but you do kind of see sort of to your right, to the left of this creature, it's like a large ribcage-esque thing, and it has like bones and bits of meat in it. Seems like a storage unit for this creature.
Oh,
And as
geez.
you kind of look at the feet, kind of below this creature, in a silhouetted shape, you see something that resembles like a nest.
Well, okay, guys. Look, maybe this is just a mama trying to look out for its weird babies. like,
The Sasquatchlings.
like, yeah, they're little squanches. So why don't you like keep
Is
in
this
that
a-
crazy beast form?
Is this a beast?
It-
Is this
That's
an
what I was
animal?
gonna say. Maybe you
Is
could
this
go up in that
considered animal?
thaumaturgy beast form and talk
This
to
is
it.
called a large monstrosity. So I
I'm
don't-
just wondering if Beast Beach would work.
That
Right
would be dope.
You gain the
Or take
ability to comprehend and verbally communicate with beasts for the duration. The knowledge and the awareness of many beasts is limited by their intelligence, but at minimum, beasts can give you information about nearby locations and monsters, including whatever they can perceive or have perceived within the past day. You might be able to persuade a beast to perform a small favor for you at the DM's discretion.
Yeah, I think it's your call what a beast is. You know.
It does have a language, but it's a
Ooh.
specific language.
Interesting.
I'm gonna say you can speak like a broken language with it, like very non-complex broken language with it.
We no hurt you. You no hurt us.
Okay. Roll me persuasion.
Oh, wonderful.
Oh, that's
Ooh,
Not great,
ooh.
huh?
so
Let's see it.
it's all right. It's all right. It's all
Oh,
right.
He rolled
yeah,
an
that's pretty
18.
good.
Very nice.
That's
So,
pretty good.
you hear in this like low bellowing, rumbling, guttural sound, what you are.
I am me. What you are.
Okay.
Moss Beast.
Lost beast. Oh, fire beast. Not compatible with moss beast.
Fire,
go now.
Fire Beast.
Nope. Nope. Never mind. I'm just
It
here.
stands up, and it sort of takes a step back, with its
Oh.
arms kind of lurching.
Oh.
And it starts. It's doing 2001: Space Odyssey. And it's like it's getting real intimidated over here. So
I awaken mind with. We always assume Louis can hear, right?
Yeah.
Awaken mind with Aiden. Should we just scooch? So I'll keep facing it so my minor illusion's there, and we just keep scooching by. I told it I was a fire beast. It's a moss beast.
Yeah.
Guessing that's a.
It doesn't
So-
like fire, I'm guessing.
Yeah, I'm hoping.
So, I mean, moss, right?
This is a call right now.
Yeah.
Yes, it has babies. There's a lot of dead stuff around here.
Yeah.
Are we taking this thing out, or are we just gonna try to avoid it?
So you have 3 other people with you, and Kid speaks
Yeah.
up. Kid sort of speaks up, and he says, I can't understand what he's saying. I have comprehend language. He's speaking Yeti. He's a moss beast. Do you want me to try and talk to it for real, or
What the? What?
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, kid. Let's see what it's got to say.
I'm-
But before you do, maybe, like, go under the guise of Dajal being, like, you know, you're maybe his captive or something. Like, I don't want to just go up there, hey, Moss Beast, what's up,
Or
my dude?
you can mine. You're a cool little wizard guy.
Yeah.
You can minor illusion a bigger beast than I'm doing.
sounds like a
and
major
pretend.
illusion. But Fern is freaking out. She's never seen combat. She doesn't really know any combat spells, and she's freaking out, sort of behind Kid, like pulling on his cloak, like urging him to turn around. Let's go the other way. And she's freaking out. And Sammy is like cracking her knuckles, and she's like, finally.
I'm just like, wait. Nobody move. Talk to it, kid.
So Kid goes up. Kid sort of like slowly gets off this axe beak and splish splashes through the fog. Kind of steps near you, Dajal. And you hear this like weird, like the Sasquatch from a Goofy movie, like the like that, like Tasmanian Devil. And then the beast, you hear this like much deeper, post-pubescent beast speaking back to Kid, and Kid goes, it's a male, and lives alone, and he wants to get what he can and kill all passersby because he's pretty hungry and not many people pass through here.
So there's no nest over there?
Oh, it's like his like house, it's like his little bed.
Oh. I want to just look at Louis and Aiden.
Aiden, like, grips his javelin.
That's me looking to Louis. I just turn my head.
I mean, he does, like, kill all passers-by, right?
Finally, you come to your senses.
Let
Aiden.
me, well, hold on.
Can we?
now.
Is there any? Okay, I've always been wanting to do this ever since Aiden got the javelin. Is there any way that we can all attack at once? Because Aiden has his javelin, Louis has his bow, and I have Eldritch Blast.
And
Oh,
we'll
that'd
see
be
him in an
dope.
area to do a sneak attack.
That's what I'm saying. That'd be awesome. Like right through my illusion, all this stuff just comes out.
Cool. So it's kind of eased up a little bit since you had mentioned fire, because it heard another voice speaking its language. So I guess you could assume that it assumes that you're some sort of poorly read Yeti with this little Yeti boy. Because it can't see you through the fog either. And it kind of gets back in its nest and kind of relaxes a little bit, and the fog sort of clears, and you see, I'm gonna put you on a map here.
What the fuck?
Oh,
Oh my! That is not what I imagined. I just imagined a Yeti with a little, like a green Yeti. That is terrifying.
oh yeah, 100%.
Where is it? I don't see it.
in the bottom. So this creature has, it seems to be like a large creature that's made up of like brambles and moss and spiky wood-esque protrusions, and it has a large rack of tangled wooden antlers atop its head.
Just to be sure, kid, ask it if, like, a couple wandering travelers were to walk through, would it just eat them? like ask it.
You said that.
Yeah, yeah.
You
But I just
said
want to make
that.
sure. Like I want to hear those words. Like ask it
You
if
said
like
it!
if you knew like say you saw like I.
Kid's like, all right, hang on. And so he turns to this beast again, and he goes, you hear him like in this whatever, and then the creature is like talking, but while he's speaking, he's like, and he's like doing all this stuff, and then he's like, whatever, and then Kid's like,
geez.
he said yes.
Okay, yeah. Let's do this. I'm ready when you guys are.
I was born.
Well, I think there's only one way to
I wasn't that ready.
start this out, you guys. I wanna look over at everyone and say, check this out. Hey, big boy, why don't you kneel and repent and throw my javelin with the lightning at him?
Okay. Roll it all. Roll it.
Oh,
Lou,
boy.
if you're gonna do
we're
something,
all-
go
Come
for it.
on,
We're all gonna miss Louis.
we are. Louis never
Hey!
misses. Louis never ever misses.
Okay, Kid kind of actually steps back and he kind of puts an arm over Fern, and kind of takes her back. And Sammy steps up and
Oh boy.
she pulls
I'm
out
excited.
like a quarterstaff and she just holds it, being close range, and she just kind of waits. All three of you, please roll me damage.
Oh, dope.
Oh, that all hit. Sick.
Oh,
we'll do it.
Joe. Yo, I did 14 lightning damage. Are you
didn't
kidding
hit.
me? That's dope.
Do you even hit the Cody?
Yeah.
Yes.
She said all of us.
Yeah,
hit.
we all hit.
Oh, okay.
That's sick.
I'll be
That's
using a
19
fire
damage.
arrow.
Nice.
Oops, sorry.
Yeah, and that is a sneak attack, so 13 plus the 1 plus the 4 plus sneak.
I don't see anything. Oh, there you go.
17, 18, that's a 30.
Oh my
Okay.
god!
And then DJ?
Jesus!
DJ, roll. Did you want to do 2 Eldritch Blasts or just the 1?
I believe in you.
That will not hit, so roll the damage for the first one.
I'm not good with my left hand, okay? That's what it is.
Nice.
Very nice, you guys. Cool. Aiden, you brandish this javelin of lightning, and you say, "Kneel and repent," and you point it towards this great moss beast. This great moss beast, and it flies. This lightning flies out of your javelin through the fog, illuminating this whole area, sparkling through the humidity in the fog, and lights up this beast, who is taken aback and takes a step back, and then Louise's arrow is loosed and hits it for fire damage. Hitting it kind of square in the sternum, and the fire kind of lights up, and I actually got to double that fire damage.
Oh, snap.
Hitting it,
Oh.
you kind of hit it in the chest there, Louis, and it sort of goes ablaze, and you see this light sort of inside of this figure. It's still a little bit foggy, but you can see the fire kind of goes within this beast. And then, Dejal, you hurl 2 Eldritch Blasts, one of which misses, but one of them hits it on the side of the face, and it takes another step back, and then it throws its arms down and gives like a Wolverine roar, and it is time to roll initiative. So first up is Dejal.
I move up here and say, "Let's wreck this dude," and look back at him, and then cast Phantasmal Force. I don't roll any. You have to do a cons or
Yes, wisdom.
wisdom.
Or is it intelligence?
Intelligence.
Okay,
Save.
so he rolled a 17.
Whew.
No, he didn't.
Yep, sure did. 18
well,
minus 1.
-1. Shit.
Guy's a little smarter than you let on, huh?
lucky for him.
The only reason it was saying me no, whatever, like, is because DJ was talking to him like that, and it was being
I
like
forgot
polite,
about that.
right? So-
I missed. I have a DC of.
He's actually an intellectual most beast, you know?
if you had
Yeah.
spoken to him in Yeti, he'd be like, "Oh, good morrow, fellows. It's good to see you."
He knows Elvish, he knows.
Oh, hell and well met.
That doesn't. He's good.
He's got
Yeah,
a diploma.
he's good. He, this moss beast has passed your spell save DC. Next up is Louis. What are you gonna do, Louis?
I will send Cranberry. This time I will attack with the golden arrow
Okay.
because I want to have a advantage.
Okay.
Is it advantage with bow and arrow?
Twice a day.
Second
That'll hit.
half.
Yep.
I'll still use the radiant damage as well,
Okay.
plus the sneak attack.
Okay.
That's that's 31 damage.
Very nice.
Ooh.
So, total, you guys have done 99 points of damage to this beast so far. Louis, you call out your golden arrow and you fire it with your radiant bow at this beast, and it flies through the fog, and the fog sort of dissipates around this like circle around your arrow.
I'm gonna try and hide as a bonus action.
There's no, you can lay down in the water or hide
Wait,
behind an axe beak.
I have Mask of the Wild. You can attempt to hide even when you are only lightly obscured by foliage, heavy rain, falling snow.
You've got some cattails. Roll me a stealth, and we'll see what happens.
Oh my
Nice.
God.
So you kind of like vampire your cloak. Louis, you go to hide, and to everyone's surprise, they kind of turn around, and they're like, "Whoa, no, Louis, you managed to disappear." You take your cloak and kind of like throw it over yourself, like Lord of the Rings style, and the inside of your cloak is like the exact same green as like the cattail plants around you, and you kind of look like just a little lump of foliage going on here, among the water. So you're pretty well hidden. Next is.
And then there's a.
The arrow flies
The
back
arrow
and
goes
finds
back.
you. Excellent. Next up is Kid Devonshire, who kind of puts a hand on Fern to assure her that she'll be all right, and leaves her with the axe beaks, and she starts to try and calm them down because they're kind of hemming and hawing and worrying a little bit. So Kid kind of pulls his hair back, shakes it, and pops his jacket, and he's gonna step up a little bit. And he is going to roll a thing.
Kind of look at Kid and be like, hey, it's been a while since I fought. That's the only reason I missed. I'm a little rusty.
Yeah, okay, sure. Kid goes, let's get things warmed up. And he is going to light up his hands with 2 fireballs. And he is going to first roll to attack. Woo! And he misses. So Kid, while he has these like 2 fireballs that rage on the ends of his hands, and they're very bright, and you're like, oh god. He throws them, and they go through the fog over the 2 shoulders of this beast. And Kid's like, just warming up. Scared it, got it on the run. Yeah.
I get you.
Kid, you caught his house on fire. What are you doing?
Can I high five Kid?
You guys.
Can I high
His
five
house
Kid?
is
Like,
burning.
You high five Kid, and you get like a whoo, it's hot. Woo.
yeah.
All right. So Kid has stepped up, and he's a little ashamed, but he's just gonna light his hands up again. And you're like, yeah, practice shot. All right, because Kid has probably never seen combat ever, if not for like a deer in the woods. So next up is going to be Sammy. Sammy does this sick movie thing where she kind of like runs up and she pulls her quarterstaff off her back and then like does this cool twirl thing like kind of behind her back. Sammy has exhausted her turn using her movement to dash, so that is Aiden. I put Cody because whatever.
Alrighty. Aiden's gonna click his heels together and get double movement.
Okay.
So he's going to get 60 feet right up by Sammy, and then he's going to cast Bless, and he's going to cast it at level 3 and bless everyone but him.
Okay.
After that, nope.
Okay.
That's it.
You are at the feet of this large monstrosity, this large beast. It is going to let out a big roar, and a sort of purple haze kind of comes out of its mouth, and it is going to cast a fog breath attack. And that's going to be a cone of 15 feet, so that is going to hit you, Cranberry, and Sammy.
No!
Well, Sammy
What's
does get to
Cranberry's
roll a
HP?
d4.
1.
So,
So it is going to do a 21 to hit.
holy crud.
This fog kind of protrudes from its mouth, this purple haze, and it does hit Cranberry, who lets out a little squawk, and she disappears. She just kind of disappears. So it is going to do 15 damage to both Aiden and Sammy.
Oof.
It is going to take a slash at the gentleman who has stepped a little bit closer to it
Snap.
with a 13 to hit.
That's actually going to miss.
Okay, so it's going to take a
Even
swipe at
without
you.
your shield?
Even-
I have a 16 AC now.
Oh, snap.
So it's
Yeah,
going to take
that's
a.
nice, too.
It takes a swipe at you with these brambly claws, and it does in fact miss you, and it's going to kind of stay put.
It's dumb. Move. And I'm just gonna yell at it, hit me! And then do Eldritch. That's all I do.
Oh,
That's all
so
I know
now
on
you
my-
can add a D4 to that. Okay.
Okay, so roll those.
Is that just one of my attack rolls?
I think it's
Yes.
every time you make an attack,
Yeah,
right?
so
Wow! Oh my god!
So a 13,
Man,
and roll again.
Wow.
what is?
Oh, yay.
Hey!
Okay, so both of those will hit. So roll them both.
Oh my! Thank
Both
you
of
for
those?
the. Because Cody's
Bless.
thing got me up to 13.
All right, so it's a 14 and a 7.
Guys, I can actually do a little damage now.
Nice. All right.
It's like, good for you.
I'm so proud of you.
From behind your cattail.
Little boy.
You're still hiding.
Okay, so Dajal, both of your Eldritch Blasts hit this creature. Where are you aiming?
If it's facing Aiden,
Mhm.
the side of its face,
Okay.
as I yell, hit me! Or over here, green bully. And hit him.
You jerk!
Yeah, you big mossy dope.
April Fools, you jerk!
Garbage day. So
Merry
you-
Christmas, you
Garbage
filthy animal.
day!
So this beast is kind of staring down Aiden. It takes a swipe at him, but it misses, and you shoot two Eldritch Blasts towards it and hit it on the side again, and it kind of looks back at you. Dajal, would you like to do anything else for your turn?
God, that's all I can do.
All right, Louis.
Just remember, you can add a D4 to your roll.
To your attack.
Yeah.
To your attack
I'm not going to
roll.
use the golden arrow. I'm trying to use the fire arrow again. 'Cause
Okay. That'll hit.
I mean, I think that's gonna do.
do I need a D4? Can I add a D4 on the damage as well?
You cannot.
It's just on the attack roll.
That's 20. It's 31 damage.
Very nice. So Louis, you fire another fire arrow at this moss yeti, and it kind of goes over Sammy's head and over Kit's head and into this beastie. It kind of hits it in a shoulder, and the shoulder starts to kind of catch flame a little bit. Starts to light up, and it kind of smolders because it's kind of a damp atmosphere, but it did not like that. It's freaking out a little bit. Would you like to do anything else on your turn?
I moved. So I moved from here to there.
Okay, so you're no longer hidden. Next is
And
Kid.
I attempt to hide this again. I can't. I have a bonus action to hide again.
Okay,
If I want.
very nice.
That's
Okay.
19.
Yep. So you find like a skull of like a cow skull or something, and you lay down flat like a bear rug, and you kind of get down in these bushes. You kind of like put this cow skull on. You're like, I'm ready for you. It's terrifying, and Kid is like mortified. Next up is Kid Devonshire, who is going to teach you a little something about magics now, kiddos. He lights up two more very tall fireballs on his hands, firing up that grill, and he is going to roll that. Yes, he will definitely hit this time with a
Yes.
16 plus 6 to hit, and
I'm just ready to hear like a clattering of 9 dice.
oh, no, you're good. He's going easy on with the fireball.
What's going on?
No, I
So
think
he
that's
hits it for 24, but then he doubles that because it is
Oh.
prone to fire. Alrighty. So this
How-
yeah, he looks
I was
bad.
gonna say,
He
how's it looking?
So Kid fires this, and Louis fires it. Its shoulder is kind of smoldering now, and Kid fires both hands towards this creature and hits it in the chest once, which sort of lights up with this terrifying burst of flame, and kind of gets it in like the top of its head, and one of its antlers, its wooden antlers, catch a blaze, and it starts firing up.
Oh snap!
So, and
Cool.
Kid does one of these. Right there.
I want to like look back at him and give him like a wink, like a yeah.
I just
Don't
Good
get
nod.
weird.
Nod
Well, hold on.
Because apparently, Us wizards and warlocks are both with cheesiness. When we cast spells,
Cheeky. Yeah. Next up is Sammy. This beast looks like it's doing really, really bad. It's sort of like it's scared first of all, and it actually it's
please move.
Well, yeah. Let's say it.
So I can swipe at it.
It's
with
gonna
my sword.
not like try to run, but it's gonna stumble back because of all this fire damage that it just took. So I'm gonna give Aiden attack of opportunity real quick.
Your time to shine, Aiden.
Laughter.
Oh, Slafter. Aiden pulls out Slafter, his sword, which reacts to puns.
All right.
but it says it's for anyone within 120
Anyone
feet. So
can say something.
Aiden-
Have a nice
Aiden-
trip. See you next fall.
Nice.
What is that?
Very nice. This beast sort of stumbles back. Aiden has his attack of opportunity, and he swipes at it, but a purple sort of glow sort of comes out of Slafter, and you hear a haunting, deep, jolly belly laugh in the distance, Aiden, and you kind of look around like, oh, and you take a swipe at this beast, and a purple, like, light goes across its chest as you swipe at it, doing 14 plus 4 damage.
Snap.
Damn.
Very nice. This creature, it falls back on its butt, and it roars. It lets out like this kind of pathetic roar, and it kind of puts a hand up towards you, Aiden, and then it falls backwards.
Ooh, as it's falling, I want to go.
Nice. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Sammy kind of like puts her quarterstaff down, and it kind of like into the water, and she rolls her eyes. Couldn't even give me an attack. Great. Couldn't even let me even get one attack in. Great. And the beast has been defeated.
Haha!
Huh.
Can't do it. I know Slaughter doesn't talk, but I'm going to talk to it.
Slap.
I'm just gonna hold Slaughter. That's it. Thank you. I'm gonna hold it up and say, "Man, I just can't win, huh? Maybe I'll get him with the next joke," and then sheath it.
Everyone's a critic. You hear on the wind.
You get yourself.
You put away Slafter, and Fern kind of is it okay? Can I come over?
Yeah. I think it's dead. I want to like poke it with a stick. I don't know, from its own body.
First
you
of
know?
all, we'll investigate the area first before you can move around freely.
Fern kind of runs to Kit's side with these axe beaks in tow. They just kind of follow her, kind of like, you know how flamingos do that thing where they do look like back and forth as they're walking. It's really weird. She rushes up to Kit and kind of grabs onto his arm, and he's like, oh, go. Just
Get off, kid.
doesn't like girls yet. And he's like,
Gross.
and the axe beaks kind of follow her. They seem to have taken a liking to her. As a moss joke, they take a liking to her. And she, you guys have defeated this moss beast. And Sammy puts her quarterstaff back on her back and dusts off her pants and heads back to sit upon one of the axe beaks.
Oh, hey, Sammy. Come here. Did anyone take damage other than myself and Sammy?
Take what? Damage?
Take damage, yeah. I think it was just me and Sammy, right?
Yes.
And Cranberry, thank you very much.
Cranberry is gone.
Cranberry's gone for now. I want to go up to Sammy and put my hand on his shoulder and say, "That was really cool." Sorry you didn't get the last thing, but here you go. I want to heal us both for 20 damage.
Okay, so
Nice.
so yeah, you both took 15 damage, and Sammy, as you kind of neared her, she was pulling out like a potion, like a red potion.
Save it.
And you kind of lay hands on her, and she's like, and you heal her up
Boy.
back to full.
How annoying.
And she kind of gets on this axe beak, and you guys are on your way.
Was there anything to loot in the nest, or is there any remnants, or?
Louis, as you are sort of looking around these skeletons and things, you find among their coin purses and pouches 600 gold altogether, like among all of them.
Okay.
Aiden, as you are poking around this beastie, you don't seem to find anything among the beast itself. It wasn't carrying anything or wearing anything, but you do find tucked or like rotted into this mossy bed. You find 300 gold.
Cool.
On this one particular person who decided to snack on in bed.
I'm up to 300 gold.
Can I snatch one of the beast's antlers as well?
You may.
Okay, I'll just say mouse beast antler.
This is why your inventory is full. This is why your inventory is
Oh
full.
my god! Like, I see Louis shove it, like, breaks off a piece that's a little too big for the bag of holding, and has to break a little bit. What's wrong with you?
Just frying the antler in the bag, you know.
Soak it, it'll bend. Don't worry about it.
Hey, before I forget, I also want to get some, if there's some on the ground, some water from the marsh.
Okay.
Just
Cool.
want to grab a little bit, like.
You take a vial of some sort of old empty potion and you collect
Wait.
a little bit of marsh water.
Yeah. I'll get that.
Okay. You guys all clamber back to your axe beaks, which are getting quite used to you, and they seem to kind of be liking you at this point, despite being kidnapped from Ulan. But you guys are riding along the marsh, still going southbound, and you don't see any more creatures looming in the fog, and the fog seems to clear as the sun rises a little bit more. And about, let's say 9:30 a.m., you guys stumble across Weldfield. Weldfield, of course, is famous for that yellow plant, which produces the dye, one of the top 3 dyes in Leafen. As you approach Inner Weldfield, you see lanterns sort of illuminating very small huts and cottages, and you see a village of huts sort of connected by planks to kind of stay above the marsh to walk easily on these walkways between each of the buildings, and you kind of stumble upon what is like the remnants of a road. So instead of marshland, it kind of turns into like a raised, packed dirt path. And you guys kind of make your way into this little tiny village, smaller than Ulan. You guys enter into Weldfield proper, and you kind of look to your left, and there's one building that looks a little bit more polished than the others, but they're all pretty faltering and falling apart. But you see on the left there's a building with an actual roof that has a wooden hanging sign that says the Festering Flagon.
Oh, hey, I think we heard of that. I think that's a thing.
What?
That's in my notes somewhere,
No,
I
it's
think.
not.
No.
Never mind.
Let me
Just kidding. Just kidding.
Can we assume that all the other, like, poopy shacks are like houses?
They don't seem special in any way. Yeah, they have like windows candle lit, lanterns hanging outside, but the other one, this is the only one with like a sign on it. So, okay.
Yeah, Aiden points to that and says, "Hey, should we check that out?"
I would love a beer. Let's go.
Let's head on in. Aiden steps in.
As you climb the couple of steps to enter the pub, the Festering Flagon, you see tied up, sort of beside this pub, are a couple more axe beaks here. They seem to utilize them here in Weldfield as well. They caw and they chirp as you reach the door, and they sort of react to yours, which you can tie up if you would like outside.
I'm just gonna
Sure.
say I just tied mine up. Like, yeah, tie it up and tied it in.
So you enter a poorly lit one-room hut. On the far wall is a bar with a withered old man like reading a book. All around the hut are mismatched chairs and unmatching furniture, and from the ceiling hang Spanish moss and like lanterns and glowing candles and stuff. Inside this pub, you see a few patrons to your right who stare at you as you enter. It's like a couple old guys who are already drinking despite it being like 9:30 in the morning. And to your left, leaning over hot drinks, with distressed faces, you see Prunella and Kurt, Fern's parents.
Oh, snap!
Being real cheeky,
Oh.
I just go over without them noticing and sit down and be like, "So how are you two doing today?"
I want to look at, like, so we see them, while he's doing that, I want to look at Fern and, like, kind of do, like, a gesture, like, huh? Huh?
Okay. Prunella and Kurt both sort of look up in surprise, and they look over and they see you, Deja, and they sort of gasp. They're taken aback. What are you doing here? I'm glad
You
you're okay.
lose something,
We.
and then point over to Fern.
They look back.
So he's pointing to Fern as
Yes.
I'm showing
Meanwhile,
Fern.
Fern looks back, and she, a second later, and she just shouts, "Mom and Dad!" And she rushes over to her parents. They both exclaim, "Fern!" And Prunella takes her up in her arms and grabs her and, like, crushes her with a hug. And Fern, like, her face squishes against her mom's face. And she's like, all right, Mom. They're just so happy to see their daughter alive and away from Vasago's army.
I'll look over at Kurt and lean into him. So who were the other two bodies?
Kurt sort of is smiling at Prunella and Fern, but he leans over to you, Deja. He goes, it seems that they found us, and he sent over a couple of agents to take us out, but we managed to best them. They lit the place ablaze, but we left them there in the blaze, and we got out, and we couldn't find Fern anywhere in the city, and we've been searching ever since. And Prunella speaks up, and she goes, we were so worried. Where have you been? What happened? And Fern sort of goes through, and she explains to them that she was taken in Frampton. She was freed by the Tieflings, then attacked by some humans.
As they're talking about that stuff, I want to go over to Kid and be like, well, man, Fern's reunited with her parents and safe for the moment. How you feeling about all this?
I'm good. I can go home now. Back to Ulan, to the candy shop.
Oh. Oh boy, hey, I still have some of that candy if you want some.
Oh yeah.
Aiden's just making small talk with Kid.
Okay.
I want to lean into to Kurt and Prunella and ask them, you guys know we killed Vasago. Well, he's back now. They resurrected.
I had heard rumors that something had happened, but I wasn't sure who did it.
Yeah, right here. And show him the head on the stick.
Incredible.
But
arrested him.
He's been resurrected.
They have so many ways. There's so many things and rumors that we didn't think were true.
Do you know where we could find him?
We don't, but I think we know someone who can help us.
Yeah, who's that?
She kind of looks around, and Kurt sort of looks around, and Fern kind of runs over to him, and they're embracing now. And Kurt stands up, and he goes, follow us. We've been to the room.
All right. I want to look over at Aiden, Kid, and Sammy and just be like,
Why is he doing the thing with his head like that? Why is he doing that?
What are you doing?
Aiden is asking Sammy and Kid this. Why is he doing that?
Oh, I see what you're doing. You're doing one of these.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
I think he's telling us to follow him, even though we're by the door.
Yeah, we are.
So
That's the weird thing.
Your friends
for him
are
to
weird.
do.
Sammy sort of steps outside, and Kid just kind of follows for the time being. Kurt and Prunella lead you out of this pub, the Festering Flagon, down the walkways, across this raised dirt road, and into another hut opposite of the pub. You step inside this small hut. It seems to double as a storage facility. When you walk in, to your right, there's a bunch of tools, yard tools. They're just this is a room for rent, but they were we got nowhere else to put this stuff, so they have a wheelbarrow and some garden tools and things like that. A few beetles scuttle between the cracks in the floor. It's a pretty rundown place, and Sammy's pretty disgusted with the state of it. It's musty and poorly furnished with unmatching beds of different sizes. But when you walk in, sitting on one bed, cross-legged, feet tied together, hands bound behind his back, is a blue-skinned tiefling with short black horns. And he has a short goatee and a Gatsby cap. Prunella kind of walks to you, and she steps in with Kurt, and she says, well, he's usually down in Rochester, but we're lucky to have found him so far north. He won't tell us what he's doing up here. Kurt says, this is Ty, a glorified secretary for Vasago, and we've known him for years.
He goes over and punches him in the belly. Says,
right.
You've been a lot of trouble in our butts. Wait, that came out wrong. You've been a real pain in our butts.
Why would you punch an armless guy?
Oh no, it's okay. Don't worry about it.
Aiden walks over and he punches Ty in the stomach, and he sort of does this deep spit, and he's tied up behind his back. And he's like, "What are you doing? I'm tied up. I'm totally defenseless. You hitting the guy with glasses? What you doing?"
You have glasses.
He does not, but he's tied up. So he's like, essentially, it's a metaphor. I knew you were too stupid to get it anyway. I probably shouldn't have said it.
Oh, the good one, Ty. Hey, remember that time like you sent people to like kill us and stuff? That was pretty cool, huh? You remember that time I came up and punched you in the gut because of it?
Actually, don't. I never sent anyone.
I punched him in the stomach.
Literally didn't, but okay. All right.
So how did you find this guy?
We found him just outside town with 2 other tieflings who got away. They were near the old hideout where Kurt and I used to be stationed. But we didn't think it was wise to investigate inside alone, but it's supposed to be abandoned.
Just really quick, I did roll an intimidation.
Okay. What are you trying to get
really
out of
just, I'm just trying to be the bad cop,
Okay.
you know, and trying to just get whatever he knows.
Okay.
I also, since my cleric symbol, like my holy symbol, is on my shield, and I have a necklace on under all my garments, like he may know I'm a cleric, but like,
Why have your shield?
yeah, I don't have my shield. So like, yeah, I'm just trying to intimidate the guy in Batman style, like, where is she? You know, like.
What are you trying to get out of him? You haven't asked him any questions.
Mainly Visaga. Like, that's a good point. I just punched him.
What are
I'm
you
so
want from me?
confused. I don't know.
It's like Visago is what I'm asking.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
he was born in the dark side.
He will break you. Okay. Okay.
But yeah, I'm just trying to get information about what he knows about Visago and his second coming, we'll say.
Well, you are in front of children, so be careful. With your bludgeoning of innocent tied up.
Oh yeah, I'm not like
Until proven guilty?
I'm punching him, but like I'm not like doing a lot of damage. Like I'm giving him like a 2 on a 1 to 10 scale.
Okay.
It's more for like
If
showy
you wanted to.
than well, hold on now. It's more for show than, you know, anything else.
I want to ask Kurt and Prunella, like, if they tried to ask him anything, or have they given them has he given them any information yet?
Kurt says we can't get him to talk. He won't tell us anything.
Yeah, I want to pick him up and hold him there and say, "Oh, you couldn't get him to talk, huh? Maybe we could do a little better." I want to look at him like
While he's doing that,
mean
I want
mugging style.
to tell Sammy take Kid and Fern outside. If
Sammy's like, I don't even know what's going on here anyway. So yeah. So she takes Kid and Fern outside, and she's like complaining the whole time going outside about how she can't do anything with her hair in this humidity, and she steps out.
After they
Soon-
leave, I really tighten my grip on this dude's collar and raise him up the wall a little more and look at Dejan and Louis like,
Hey, then. There's no need to refer to physical intimidation. I'm pretty sure you know a way to make him talk.
oh yeah, I drop him. I drop him immediately on the ground. I sneeze Zone of Truth.
Okay.
what does it matter if he knows?
Because I mean, he can pass
He's
the
gonna tell
check.
anyways.
Okay.
He can pass the check.
And he's rolling a charisma to beat what DC? 15?
15.
Aiden, did you pass your own save?
I did.
This is a big.
I want to ask Ty really quickly. Did I scare you?
A little bit.
Like you pee your pants?
No, I didn't pee my pants.
You
No.
pee your pants, clown?
No.
You pee your pants?
Didn't.
Okay.
I got things to do, so if you could let me be on my way.
I can't do that. I need. What do you know about Visago?
What do you I don't.
Did you know he was dead?
Yeah?
Did you know he was resurrected?
Yeah.
Okay. See, this is good. We're getting somewhere. This is progress. I want to look at the Jean-Louis and say,
I would literally really like tell you this information. Yes, of course we brought him back from the dead. That's the power
Who
of
are the two?
Tieflings.
Who were the 2 that you were with before you got caught?
Just my good buddy and new chick.
I want to
What's their names?
And
That was Parsi and Colette.
So where's the saga at right now?
I don't know where Visago is right now.
Do you know what he's planning?
Sure, the cataclysm. It's all gonna come crashing down any day now.
That was a bad question. Do you know how he is planning to do this?
Oh, we're gonna gather up all the forces and march on all the capitals and pretty much take everything over.
Just while you're talking to Ty, Louis is just gonna pick Ty's pockets.
Okay,
and
so
find out whatever he has on him. Just trying to figure.
yeah, you don't need a sleight of hand. You just do it and go
No,
for it.
just,
Yeah.
just bring pockets, you know?
For sure.
Like, this is one time when he's blatant about it, like, God, here.
You want me? Yeah,
You know,
Louis, hold on. I
he
got
has
you.
nice
I want to
shorts.
grab his legs and like rock him upside.
Oh, he's got shorts.
Yeah, on Ty, you find a dagger. You find a healing potion, a minor healing potion. You find just like 20 stones of far speech
Holy crap!
Oh my God.
and 400
Are they
gold.
labeled?
They are not. They are not labeled, but each one has like a different thing like carved into them, like a swirl or like a star.
I will take them all.
As looking at those, like I'm seeing him do this, right? Like
Yeah.
we know he's doing this.
Yeah.
Let's say, are any of those stones to Visago?
Not since he went underground, no. But usually I do have a couple here. It depends on which base he's at. Each one's for a different base. But right now I don't think he's at any of them. But you could try all of them.
Which one's the one for the base in Canterdell?
It's that one over there, and he points to it, and it has like a blue triangle carved into it.
Okay.
I want to look at Prunella and Kurt and say, how'd you catch him again?
We found him outside of Weldfield, back towards the old base where we used to be stationed, and he was with 2 other Tieflings. We didn't go inside. We didn't investigate. It was just the 2 of us. We didn't know if it had been reused or anything like that. So
How do I feel about that?
really good. She's
Okay.
telling the truth for sure.
Was there anything else on him?
400 gold. Sorry. So Ty also has 400 gold.
I don't know what else to ask this guy, guys.
Yeah, the 2 guys that were with you. Do you know where they are at this moment?
I don't know.
Okay. Do you know if they have a stone for them?
I don't have a stone for him, but I got. We were together. We were traveling together. So these 2 bozos took me, separated us. But
Hey, you watch who you call Bozo. We'll look him like dead in the eyes.
he looks at you, Aiden, dead in the eyes, in zone of truth, and goes, "I could kick your butt."
What was that, jabroni?
I could take you. How about that?
I pick him up with one hand. And
With
say,
my hands
"You
untied.
You're not even worth it. And I throw him on the bed.
Like, when he says that, I look at him and I look at Aiden. I'm like, he might be.
Look, I'm not even like, this is above me. Like, I really want to beat you up though. I just want you to know that. But I know I wouldn't even have to try.
Do
You
it,
can say it all
coward.
you want. Oh, you want me to kill you because Visago probably would do worse. Am I right?
Don't worry about
Am I
that.
right?
No,
Maybe.
he wants you. I think he
Yeah.
wants-
Yeah,
I think
you're right.
he-
He totally would. He would definitely kill me.
Yeah.
So, what were you guys doing up at the abandoned hideout? Huh?
We were trying to teach Colette a few things. She's kind of a green recruit. She doesn't know a lot about magic, stuff like that. So, yeah, I was getting her.
How good are you at magic?
Not good.
Well, at least he's honest.
Hey.
Where's the best place we could start to look? Or like where is the best place that we could go to maybe find some good hot leads, other than you because you're garbage.
There's one of the higher ups you could talk to.
Yeah, what's his name? Or her?
Demea is her name.
Farts.
Oh,
It would be
yeah.
Demea, huh?
Mm.
No, I want to know, Ty. Well, you threatened us over Stone Forest Beach. What did you have in mind?
Oh, yeah, we were gonna find you, kill you. Of course.
With you and 2 more, is that it? You and 2
Oh,
guys?
no, I was moving the other 2. We were trying to find the hideout.
Where is it? You know where it is?
So we're talking about, like, the final hideout? But, no, I don't know where it is yet. I know someone else knows where it is, but, I was going to meet,
Who?
Percy. I was going to meet Percy. He was taking me and Colette there.
Which one of these sends of far speech is or to contact Percy?
Oh, you see, I did have one for Percy, but, someone took his Murex shell of far speech, so I don't know.
Oh,
I
crap.
don't know who did that. They must be jerks. I understand how expensive they are. Truthfully, with all this whole uprising thing, how much do you honestly think Sago cares about you?
I'm just a cog in the machine.
And you're okay with that?
Cogs are important. Unless you got all of them, the machine won't work, right?
Cogs are replaceable.
So, if you died right now by our hands, you'd be okay with that because, you were just another one of his cogs in the wheel, huh? Cogs in the machine.
I think I'm important.
But you could have been important for someone who thought you were important. He might scry. He might scry for you. He might try
Actually,
to
you know
find
what?
you.
He probably won't even waste the energy to scry for you.
It's not about
Really expensive,
Visago.
sorry.
I don't care. It's about what he stands for. And he's right.
I don't think. Now I definitely know. I know he's wrong. You know how I know? Because someone that only cares about one thing. Just I had something that I was going to say after that. But
Nice.
just
Very nice.
spaced
Good job.
on me
Yep.
there.
Nice.
I have a theory I've been working on for the last couple episodes.
What's an episode?
Yeah, don't worry about that.
Okay.
What's the theory?
So what would you do? What would you if you found out Visago was the reason, part of the reason Tieflings kept getting put down? What if you found out he wanted people to put Tieflings down so he could start this uprising?
That wouldn't make any sense. If his end goal is to pick Tieflings up, what's the point?
Because he doesn't want Tieflings to be equal. He wants them to rule over everybody. Your main goal is just to be equal, right? What would you rather have, the world to be equal, or do you want to step over everybody?
My goal's not to be equal. Look at all the stuff that they've done to us. That's not good enough anymore. Your apologies and your movements to try and make Tieflings equal, that's not good enough anymore.
I just don't think it's worth all the death it's going to bring.
Hey,
You think all you guys are going to survive? If you start an all-out war, there's going to be casualties.
We're tougher than them. We're tougher than the humans.
I want to punch him in the stomach. Doubt it.
Sorry, did I offend your mom or your dad, half-breed?
Well, okay. See, now I'm really gonna punch him in the stomach. About a 4. So you don't bring that up because you never knew my parents. They were great people, and they would never think about doing anything this vile. This is the thing. This is the problem with his plan. If the Tieflings roll over everyone, that same thing's just going to happen again whenever the humans get their uprising again, because now the humans are the downtrodden. Then the elves are going to be the downtrodden. If everyone is climbing for the top, no one's ever going to have the top. That's the flaw in this. The whole goal is to treat everyone as you would want to be treated. That should be what we aspire to, not to be better than anyone else. And I'm going to look at Louis and Dejal and say, and that's why Visago's never going to win, because I can only believe that we have more people that can do good and fight for what's right than what Visago wants to do, which is destroy and burn everything.
Where's the best place to go, Ty? To find him.
He wouldn't tell me where the final hideout was, because he knew something like this might happen.
Which direction was Percy taking you?
I picked him up in Kragan. We were going up the coast, trying to tell more people where to go. And Percy managed to do that. Of course, not letting me know where it was, because Sago didn't want me to know. Then we were headed east because we were over at the... We were headed to Cantondale to tell them to head out there, so...
Ty.
Yeah. Oh,
Nope,
go ahead.
you're not Ty.
No, go ahead, Luke.
Ty?
Ty, yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
whoa, what a twist!
That's timing. All right, Ty, listen up, buddy. You have been to a bunch of hideouts, am I right?
Oh, yeah.
Can you prove to me right now that you would do any... So right now, you do anything you would need to join Visaga's army. Like, to do what Visaga wants. To start this revolution.
Probably not.
You'd be able to kill anybody? No?
Oh, that, yeah. I thought you were going somewhere else with that. No. Yeah, probably.
Oh, God.
Whatever. I don't want to die, that's what I'm trying to say. But yeah.
So you'd be able to kill, like, children and stuff?
What do you mean?
I'm talking about, what if you had a bunch of kids that were like...
They're not attacking us.
Visaga doesn't care. I know firsthand that he doesn't care.
Are you asking me if Visaga ordered me to?
Yeah.
I don't know. I guess it depends on the heat of the moment. It's all a big greater good, you know?
Aiden looks and says, I think I'm done with this guy. You can keep asking stuff in the zone of truth all you want, guys, but I'm done. And he heads toward the door.
Yeah, Carrot Banana, what were you gonna do with that guy?
We were trying to figure out if he knew where Fern was. He wasn't talking, so to get our daughter back, we were going to take things into more serious hands, but I'm glad that it didn't come to that. But like I was saying, we did find him near the old base. Kurt speaks up, and Kurt says, and we didn't want to go in because it was just the two of us, so we weren't sure if they had reopened it or something.
That's really the only lead we have now.
That wouldn't make sense, right? To use the old base as the new base?
No, maybe we can find evidence over there.
Yeah, I think we should take him with us.
Now maybe we can investigate that old base then in Will Field, right here.
We could, but it might be dangerous. We don't know how many people are in there.
But Louis, do you think we should take him with us? Because if someone scries for him, Kurt, Prunella, and Fern,
they could be in danger. You're right, but
I don't know what we do with him. I mean, if someone scries for him, then everything.
I know what we can do with him. I got chains.
What are we gonna? But where are we gonna chain him though? We can't leave him here because
we got some axe beaks over there. We can chain him to them.
Just chain him to an axe beak. I'm
slap
down.
it on the
Let's
butt.
do it.
Run!
Let's do it.
I mean, I would have no sympathy for a killer and a murderer like him.
Yeah, let's do that. Just so everything we just did wasn't for nothing. I mean, if they come and find Kurt, Prunella, and Fern anyway, then it's all for naught. All right, well, let's go. And I'm gonna grab him by his hand ropes and start.
I want to add a layer of chain so that I make sure he doesn't escape.
Okay. Well, I'll pick him up. I'll hold him while Louis puts the chains around, and then a lot of chain, make it heavy for him. You know.
Yeah.
I don't know how much. I don't even. You have so much stuff. I didn't. You pull chain out of your bag, and I'm like, what the?
She bought
What?
Chain
What?
and
I
Kragan?
bought chain.
Kragan, I think.
Yeah.
Oh,
Should we gag him?
for funsies.
You guys don't want to hear this? You
like
don't
the
want
way
to
he
hear this
talks.
beautiful brug for...
Yeah, we should gag him. All right, gag him.
Alright.
Yeah, we should gag him just so he doesn't yell into the cave when we get there, if there are people there.
Or screams or cries or whatever. Yeah.
Yeah, he is a big crybaby. It looks like.
Wow.
Aiden puffs in the door. Hey, you guys figure out what we're doing?
Yeah, we're going to the camp.
Prepare
up
the
here.
eggs beaks, Aiden.
Yeah, he goes.
So
Gets
are we
everything.
gonna have Kurt or Prunella show us where it was?
Carrot, Panera, you want to come with us, or you want to
Just tell us what.
get
it's
away
at.
and get away with your daughter?
It's important to protect Fern, but it's important to save the world too. You all head out across the marsh, and they lead you to sort of a hill in the bog there. And you approach this hillside, and you see, kind of set into it, is a thick, round wooden door.
Guys, I wonder what this is.
Hobbits. What?
Gnomes.
Well, we call them halflings in 5e.
Moss
that's
beasts.
true.
It's a very
Alright, well,
welcoming moss
hold on.
beast. There's a
Let me
little mat.
Welcome.
Go away.
Aha! What do I notice?
Okay.
Check for traps.
Say it could be trapped, yeah.
Louis heads up to this door stealthily, sneakily, and investigates for traps and does not find anything. However, there is a plaque beside the door. A kind of a stone message here, and it says something in Infernal. Dajal approaches, and of course he knows Infernal, as all tieflings do. At the top it says, "Give us the blood of the inferior."
Inferior.
And beneath it is it's like a little indent. It's like a cube, but it's like set in. So like there's a little space for something to go there.
Oh, do you want my blood? Because I'm not a tiefling. And I offer my hand.
I don't know. I prick his finger out.
Yeah, I give a little cut on my hand and drip it.
I think you need a whole finger.
Like I'm like, I don't.
Just take my blood. I don't know what you want to do. What do you want to do here?
There is
That's
this
way too
indent.
much.
This indent on the stone.
That's way too much, guys. It's gonna be
I
down.
don't want to like lose a finger.
And you pass it.
Aiden dies.
Constitution.
Like,
I
when
just grab Aiden's hand and put it in the indent near the blood.
Great. Yeah, after you apply this blood, a small panel beneath the second row of words opens up, and a little stone needle pops out, and it says, "And also yours."
That's a really dumb entrance. That's a dumb. Yes, I just jam my hand onto it.
Can you imagine going
Paul?
in and out? Like,
Is it what is it? Is it like a?
Oh crap, you guys!
My
Remember that time
finger.
we fought those things that were like us? What if this is like a weird? Okay, here's hoping. Cross our fingers, it's not.
I pricked my finger.
Okay. Once tiefling blood is applied, this big wooden door with a brass knob in the center swings outward. You all kind of step back, and just this wave of like musty, cold, damp air kind of wafts out. It's very strong, like a bad basement trip, and it's very musty in there.
I go in.
Yes.
wait, it might be traps.
Oh, I stop.
Can I investigate again?
Yes.
And I fail.
No, you don't seem to see any traps. You're not really finding anything.
Well, you can go. There's no
I
trap.
fall forward.
Okay,
Oh,
Dajal freezes. He falls flat on his face, and nothing seems to happen. He's met by a very cold floor. The fog sort of follows you in.
I tell everyone to stay together. Stay close.
Now, Sammy is back. She was told by Pernilla and Kurt to please watch the kids back in Weldfield, but the rest of you kind of slowly, gingerly enter into this place. And
We just turned Sam into a baby. Sir.
I want to stick a rock under the door so it doesn't shut.
okay.
Is that-
Ready?
Rock stop magic. It's fine. You guys step in and make me perception checks.
Oh no.
Okay, I'm pretty good at that until I roll in that one.
You say that every time.
I got a good one. A real good one.
And last
I'm
time
so
you got
good
a
at so
11.
good at.
I'm all about those sevens, you know?
Okay,
Sevens.
you guys are kind of looking around, and it's not hard to see, all of you, that this place is pretty barren. It's cobwebby, it's musty, it's dusty, water's been getting in, it's stanky. The only thing that can really be found, Dajal, as you're kind of looking around, is like ruined furniture with like rotting mattresses and cushions, like just old and wet. There are a few chests and a few boxes, but most of them are like spilled over, like proving their emptiness. But Aiden, as you're kind of looking around, the far end of this big dome cave, you see a roll top desk.
Yeah, I want to go check it out. Say, guys, roll top desk.
Louis, you are kind of investigating this desk, and you gingerly open it up, and you don't seem to find anything. The only thing that you do find investigating this desk is a single envelope.
Found something.
On the front of this envelope, I have words for you. You see 5 sets of letters in 2 rows.
Oh, I know that.
Aiden, are you taking a look at this as well?
Yeah.
And your languages are what?
Elven,
Diminutive.
Common, Celestial, Abyssal, and Goblin.
Okay. None of you recognize this as a different language.
I think it's like a hidden message.
Well, I know the first word, and I know the fourth word. Let me just look at it.
Poison.
Yeah.
Apply poison. What?
Learn my secret. Secret.
Louis says that she has a little bit of poison that she gathered from our encounter with a certain scorpion before.
Is this true?
And I take out the little flask I have and just
A little drop. A
little,
little drop.
little drop on top of it.
On the envelope?
Yeah.
So you apply a drop of this scorpion poison from the giant scorpion encounter. Nothing seems to happen.
Oh, I think we gotta open it up and put it on the paper inside. That would make sense, huh? Probably like that invisible poison ink.
I'll open it up.
Classic.
Is it glued or something? Or is it just...
No, it's kind of like when you can tuck the top of an envelope into itself.
What if I open it?
Louis, you open up this envelope, and inside you see a blank piece of parchment. So, Louis, once you sort of apply poison, you put like a drop on this page, and a little bit of the words appear. A few words appear, and you read the words big-headed and elves.
What? Big-headed and elf.
And these are like on wherever you dropped it, so like just the words kind of appear where you placed
Yeah,
this.
but I
poison.
just take a piece of cloth and like
Okay. So you take
throw around.
probably like a good third of this bottle and this parchment, kind of rubbing it down. And once you apply this poison, letters start to kind of appear across this entire piece of parchment. I'm gonna read you kids a story. Sit on Pap Pap's lap. Right?
I'm excited.
Here we go.
Big-headed elves.
They weren't together.
Whoa.
They were separate.
Yeah.
Okay. You read on this parchment, "My name is Colette. I was purchased in Vakish as a slave by some tattoo-faced weirdo and was forced into the stupid army. I'm going along with these insane people for my own safety. I'm risking my life here. If they find this letter, I'm dead. So hopefully you're on the other side of this and trying to stop them. I've got them pretty convinced I'm for the cause. This is an old abandoned hideout, I guess, but me and two big-headed idiots called Ty and Percy are staying the night before heading to collect more recruits from other cities before heading to some important hideout. Ty said the cataclysm is coming. Dang, I happen to like a lot of the people and elves and what have you. I'm not exactly sure where this hideout is. We're headed to Canterdale to get some recruits after this, and then I heard Percy talking on a stone about it taking about 2 days trek from Canterdale to get to the hideout. I'm sneaky like that. Pirate, you know? He said it's a dangerous area, especially for those who don't know much magic, like him and Ty, but they should be safe with the people from Canterdale. Hey, sun's rising. I better go."
Well, that answers that.
What's her name? Colette?
Colette.
That's a beautiful French name.
That's my sister's middle name.
Did we meet Colette before?
You have
I don't
not.
think so.
Remember the girl that we were trying to run down? The tiefling that we were trying to run down?
Yeah. Yes.
Okay, so what she says that they're going to Canterdale and there's a 2-day, so we got a radius of 2 days around Canterdale, I guess, where the hideout can be.
Okay, so it's a 2-day walking trek from there. Yeah, why don't we call and see if anyone's at the Canterdale thing?
Wait, we should call and ask for Colette to speak with Colette directly.
To Canterdale?
Yeah, if they're there.
Who are we gonna call as? Ty? He's captured.
As you're all kind of standing around trying to figure out where this hideout is and who you should call and what to do, Aiden, you hear from your pocket, "Hello?
Yes.
Are you all there?"
We are in the... Yes.
All right. Well, I have several pieces of news for all of you. If you have a moment.
Yes. Lay him out.
you guys kind of step to the other side of the cave. Prunella and Kurt, not having anything to do with this business, kind of look over Ty, kind of look over this letter a few times and try and figure it out. Michael speaks up. Foremost, I have spoken with my father regarding the issues at hand. Though it was risky to speak solely over a Storm of Far speech, I felt he should know about the Tiefling menace. He was unconcerned. He told me it was all in my head. He would not have his soldiers march against something that doesn't exist. So, King Nelson would rather not lend me land and soldiers either, and I've been ordered not to waste my time using mine on this endeavor. He also informed me that he would not be able to make it for my brother's funeral, so we went ahead and had this service, and attendance was poor, to say the least.
Oh man, I was gonna bring so many flour.
You're going to bring flour?
Yeah, just one flour.
A bag of flour.
Some jelly.
Just
like a jar of jelly.
For
But what just like everyone likes jelly, right?
he is dead.
But well, sorry about your
Including
brother's,
the dead.
including the dead. Sorry about your brother's funeral. What else you got for me?
What is this consider?
My condolences. Moving on.
You were the slaver. What do we?
We were brothers. No,
I mean,
I did manage, however, to settle the paperwork concerning your pardoning before I was told I had no power in Leafin.
Oh, great, thanks.
I did finish speaking with Garrett, who has returned home to White Oak.
Oh, great.
He leaves his regards with you, Ashwind, and he wishes you well.
That's
He
good to
didn't
hear.
say anything about everyone else.
did you say anything about Nell?
Yes, he definitely told me that you are wonderful, and he'll miss you so much.
He didn't really say. You don't have.
No.
Michael, come on.
Oh, Mikey. Okay.
Finally, I would like to speak to Jajol alone, if I may.
What? Yeah, sure.
Okay.
See, we're a team.
Yeah. Here he is.
What's up?
I point to.
Oh yeah. Like I just.
Yeah.
You may
Okay,
listen if you would
we will
wish,
leave.
but I think Jajol
Yeah,
would
I'm
prefer
on-
this information to himself, but it's whatever.
Yeah, I'm walking away right now.
Just pretend there's a door.
Okay.
On the desk.
And then I lean away like, Dishol, that was really where'd you go?
Now we're alone. Just me and you.
Anyway.
Dejal and Michael.
Okay, sure.
Brotato and Potato.
We're not friends. Okay.
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 Alfred, you suck.
Dijon, Garrett told me about what happened at the bar in Eriedale. I also checked the Cantadale prison records, and I know why you were really there. Now, listen, I am willing to forgive your past with Visago's army for the good you are doing now, but I am not convinced you are a changed person. In your demeanor, you still seem a violent man. You have committed separate murders. Beyond Visago's army against Leafin. I will not forgive this, and you shan't be pardoned along with your companions.
I understand.
I hope you understand the ramifications thereof. Whoever is newly in power in Leafin, they will probably be seeking you. You are a criminal of the state.
Yes, can you just do me a favor and at least keep him off until we get this whole Visago thing taken care of.
I will do my best, having no power in Leafin, apparently.
It's a bummer, but I guess I can't really complain with that. Get it?
Fair enough. Thank you all for all the work that you were doing. You told me you would get back to me and report to me what you have been finding. It has been some time. Do you have anything to tell me?
Been like a day and a half.
Yes, and you went to Cantadale, and I didn't receive any information, and apparently you went to Glowerwood, and I have no idea where you are now.
Montage.
You guys relay to Prince Michael everything that's gone on so far.
I look at Dejal and say, very hushed, so as Michael can't hear this, but don't worry, buddy. We'll get you pardoned. I know you're good. I say, okay, Michael, thanks. We'll keep you updated and smell you later. And hang that boy up.
Okay.
I could use sending to try to get a message from Karthus.
Dejan, first of all, what was Michael? What was he saying about your reason to be in prison? Why would he not pardon you?
I was in that prison when we first met because I killed someone for beating a tiefling boy.
We're here together because we have the same goal, but at the end of the day, we're a totally different person. So,
Whew. Yikes, Louis. That hurts a little bit.
Aiden,
Yeah.
I'm not gonna forgive, nor am I gonna forget.
Well, see,
I
this.
saw him do, and what you pretend you did not see, apparently.
Those are like the thing. I see what you're saying, but those are kind of like cornerstones of like being a good person. And,
No,
like,
one
by
good
you-
does not make up for one wrong.
No. I'm not saying that. I'm saying by you saying that, you're being the bad person here, right?
Maybe,
Because-
but at least I'm not murdering people.
Louis right. And after all this is said and done, Aiden, I want you to take me in. And I want to look at Louis, tell Louis, you make sure he follows through with it.
I don't get orders from you, but I'll make sure you get what you deserve. I'm gonna stand by you guys because we have the same objective and we enforce the same morale from now on. But
Louis' track is the same as yours, Aiden. Mine is vastly different. I promise you, if I was by myself on this journey, there would have been a lot more bloodshed than there has been. I can send Karthus a message and see where he's at. I'm only gonna if he chooses to respond, he can. And my thinking behind this is Karthus isn't gonna know what's going on and he's just gonna say something in general. Yeah, it lets me say up to 25 words to anyone that I know.
He used it on Kid before. To
Yeah,
apologize.
that's how I got Kid come with Fern. I'm not sure if we can trust him or not. You wanna do that?
Yeah. Sounds good to me. I like that.
okay.
Alright. I use sending. I focus on Karthus and his beautiful hat,
And the tricorn.
his shirt half undone, chest muscles. Anyway,
Yeah.
Oiled up.
and I send him a message. Karthus, it's me, Dejal. Don't freak out. I need a quick, short answer. Where are you going? And I wait.
It's kind of a good long while. Okay, right. Not a ghost. Dijol. Got it.
That's 25 words.
I'm not going anywhere. What do you mean?
Oh, God. Karthus.
Right.
Wait. Anyway. Louis, didn't you search Demea?
Yes.
So that means the Stone of Far Speech that she was supposed to have was still there, right? Because he said there was a Stone of Far Speech. We could call that one and just ask for Karthus.
Do Roman.
I forget what the Roman's voice sounded like.
Hi guys. How's it going?
yeah.
How are you going?
Hey guys. Hello?
Hello.
Come in!
Hello.
Who is this?
It's Zara. Is this
I'm
that
a boy.
gross? Yeah, it's that gross kid. Ugh.
Hey, it's embarrassing. Is Karthus there?
Why, did you forget your butt ointment?
Haha, real funny. It was one time. Is Karthus there?
Yeah, the idiot's here. Hang on. G'day, this is Karthus.
Hi, Karthus. This is embarrassing. Are you alone?
I mean, are we ever really alone?
Can you be alone?
Yeah, I can be alone. Hang on. And you hear like a stone grating against other stone, and then back. And it seems he's stepped outside the
He's
cave.
pretending. Just like we did.
Garth, do you really alone? Remember that time you told me you could smell your friend from anywhere?
I didn't tell you that. I don't even know who this is.
It's wink, wink, Roman.
I don't remember any Roman.
Oh, God.
Just cut the act and talk to him.
Carthus.
Oh, I miss that sweet, beautiful voice, my friend. How are you, buddy?
Good.
Good. How's Aiden?
He's... I'm not gonna lie, he's a little hurt. He heard what you said in the
Oh.
cave.
What? It was an act, my friend. You know that, surely. I love him
We
so
didn't-
much.
Oh, wow.
How's the one who hates me? How's Lucy, eh?
So-so. So-so.
Alright.
Carthus,
What's going on?
can we trust you?
To the ends of the earth, my friends.
Because it was... Oh, man, was it weird seeing you in there.
Am I a good actor? Did you like that?
Oh, I'm just wondering, are you acting right now without... Like, I'm scared, man. Everyone is...
I'm in this because when I was taken and shoved on some stupid ship, that little girl that we met in Frampton, she was on that ship, and I've been in this to try and help her. She got taken in front of my eyes. I know what they're up to.
Yeah, we got her. We got her, and we got her back with her parents.
Excellent. Good. And now
But,
I can go on a stabbing spree.
Oh, well... What's up, guys? What's up?
You're giving way too much info. We don't even know if we can trust him.
I really trust Carthus, guys. I need to be able to trust Carthus, guys.
I think we can trust Carthus.
Of course you can. Of course you think that way.
He
How
just
am I
said-
not surprised? Woo!
But I definitely think that tell him that he should keep acting and find out where they're all going for their thing.
Carthus.
Yeah.
Right now, you're our biggest advantage.
Well, thanks.
They're gonna start taking you somewhere,
Okay.
and you need to let us know where you're going.
Okay.
So you're like a spy, Carthus.
Yeah.
I want to like slowly
There.
reach over and grab the stone and say, Carthus,
Aiden, my friend, how are you?
I've been better, Carthus.
Why? What's wrong, buddy?
Carthus, I gotta know, man.
Yeah.
You're not a bad guy, are you?
Aiden?
Carthus, I it would break my heart, Carthus. Break my heart.
Well, I am a pirate.
Well, that's a known. I know, but you're not like one of them, right?
Aiden Ashwin. I swear on this stupid hat I can't get off. I love you so
Wait.
much, and I would never try to betray your trust.
My best friend.
The best friend I've ever had.
Louis grabs the stone.
Here we go, the stone. Alright, you tell me that, Cortez.
Lucy!
I don't. I can't. I'm more.
I can't.
Don't think Carthus forgot about you. I missed you
Immediately
too.
hands the stone back. I can't. Never mind.
You were all here pretending and stuff, and you helped in the mass murder of the whole.
So hear me out. Listen here. Okay, we got maybe a little. All
You
right.
better
So
have a really good explanation.
yeah,
'cause
I do.
this
He
is
was
not
kind of a racist, but here's the thing. I'm not trying to help the whole thing. It was leverage. First of all, didn't lay a hand on the guy. Didn't touch anyone in the place.
No.
Didn't know they were gonna do that. Didn't know they
you
were gonna do that.
actively helping.
I drew some pictures. I, was looking around the estate. I thought they were going to take out one guy. Didn't know they were going to kill everyone in there. How am I supposed to know that thing? I'm new. They weren't going to tell me any information. I was in it to try and help that little girl.
Just like really quick though, Louis, you're a part of Morrow's Claw, my lady. Like if you're gonna say like he is guilty for helping out with that, like by extension, wouldn't that mean
It's
that
all a
you're
greater good
guilty for
situation, right?
everything?
I think I made myself clear about the Morrow's Claw. I don't.
Yeah.
Maybe.
I'm just saying, just trying to extend the branch, right?
Curtis, you have the blood of many people on your hands.
Well, yeah, pirate. So, yeah, absolutely, you're not wrong.
Where are you going?
I'm not.
Where
I mean, I'm.
are you guys going?
Who's we? Where are we going? What? Who's you guys?
He's not that. He's about as tall as you, but he's ripped. He's shredded.
Hey,
But not like.
I'm not bad myself.
Oh no, you look fantastic. I'm just describing him.
You look stupid.
Just letting you know what to look for. He's gonna come with another girl. The girl he's with.
Stop right there.
Her name is what?
I want to whisper to the jaw, sending whatever.
Okay.
Don't reveal. Do not reveal Colette.
Okay. It's just him and a girl. It's going to be those two. They're going to come and they're going to want to take you somewhere.
Okay.
And wherever that destination is,
Okay.
is where you need to let us know.
Cool.
Where you're going.
Cool.
Keep this stone on you. Just say you broke it, or don't give it back to anyone. Keep it on you.
That seems really difficult, but I'll do my best.
Hide it. You're a pirate, right? That's what you do.
Oh,
Take
and,
stuff, right?
and Carthus.
I thought you couldn't get it off to put
Just a little bit.
It's just
Hey, Carthus, one last thing.
Yeah.
Stay frosty, bud.
You know it, my man.
all right.
That's the call has ended.
Should have told him he made you waste a spell slot. But
I should have told him I hated him.
You did, not in so many words.
Alrighty, so we're just waiting on word from Carthus, alright? What are we gonna do with Ty?
I'll ask Kid. We're all going to regroup at their house, at the shack.
You guys all get on your axe beaks and you leave this musty place behind. You have read this letter from Colette, which she seemed to leave here kind of as a breadcrumb on her way to Canterdale with Percy. You all get back on your axe beaks and walk across the marsh. You return and Sammy is like really grateful. She's like, okay, like I know, like I'm super mad at you, but don't ever leave me with children again. I'm not into that. I'm not all about that.
Oh,
So you're not. I want to like Aiden jokingly looks at Sam and says, "So you're not about kids?"
I mean, like, are you about kids?
What? Oh. see. The funny thing is, Aiden was totally goofing, and now that the goof has been flipped, he is just like, well, I didn't. Oh boy, didn't expect it to go that far. Well, so Prunella, what are we thinking here? What do we? Yep.
Yeah, I definitely think you guys are pretty cute. I'm glad that you found someone.
See, boy, really, this is flipped several different ways that I wasn't expecting. Yeah, I think my stone of farts. Yeah, he just starts like walking away.
Kurt is like, I think you had something to ask the kid.
Kid,
Yeah.
can you what would it take for you to stop a scry? Stop someone from scrying for this dude here.
Oh, well, I can do something that like lasts a day, like 24 hours.
Boom. And you haven't done much. You've casted 2 fireballs. Can you conjure one of those up and then?
Told you I'm fine. I got this. Don't worry about that stuff. Stupid.
Yeah. You're a big boy. Could you do that, and then we'll fill everyone in on what we're doing.
Wherever I cast it, he needs to stay there. It's like a room that people can't.
Yeah, I figured
into.
we're all. I mean, I kind of assumed we were all just gonna stay here for the night.
Oh, you think I'm gonna stay here with you bozos? Okay.
Well,
I have places to be.
I awaken mine with
Bushes
kids.
to make.
Wow. I hate this whole thing. I awaken mine with Kid real quick. Listen, this girl needs you. It's almost over. All we're doing is waiting for the word from one of our friends on where they're going. You saw how terrified this girl was fighting that moss monster. How do you think she's gonna be when there's an army and we have to fight them? Who did she cling to for help when we were fighting you. Girl needs you. Can you at least just stick around for her, not us?
Maybe, but there better be some food in it for me. You guys all kind of huddle in to this hut. He focuses for about 10 minutes, and after a while, sort of this blue smoke kind of emerges from Kid's hands and spreads out to like a 30-foot cube around him. So this blue smoke kind of vaguely fills this 30-foot cubed area, and it sort of fades away. But you can see it kind of rolling around the corners every now and then to see where the edges of this invisible room are. He's like, okay, good, you can come and go as you please, but he's tied up, so it's good that he's here. You guys are here, you're chilling out in this wizard's sanctum, but, Deja, you hear, suddenly, from your pocket, hey guys, hey!
I hurry up and, call Aiden and Louie over.
Hey guys, they're here. They just showed up. The purple thing. Yeah?
Alright, yeah.
It's some weird purple horned monster thing. I don't know.
What the...
A tiefling?
Is that what that is?
No, it looked like him, but purple and muscular and much stronger and beautiful and sick. What?
Oh my god.
Yeah. Well, anyway, he just showed up with some chick.
Yeah.
Oh, snap.
Where is...
Wait, are you calling us as soon as they've done that? You gotta find out the information first.
No, they told, we're packing up now. We're getting ready to head out.
Where are you going? Did they say?
He did. He said we're headed to the Trembling Peaks.
Oh, probably be there same time you get there. If we don't, we're probably gonna rest first. And then go. I don't know yet. I'll let you know.
Cool. I'll pack up my stuff, including these sketches of Aiden that I've did when he was asleep. Cool.
Oh wow! Wow.
Whoa.
Guys, I love you guys.
Oh.
Am I gonna be okay?
Love you too, buddy.
Oh.
What?
Am I gonna be
Are
okay?
you gonna be...
Yeah, man, you're gonna be
What?
fine. Just chill.
But you were just about to fight all of them, and now you're worried.
That's true. Just chill. Just don't do anything crazy, okay? Just wait for the backup. Just act like you're one of them. You're gonna be fine.
But if they're all in front of me while we're walking, I can sneak up.
No,
on all of them.
not like that.
Oh my
No,
God.
that's super. That's yeah, but not. Just wait till we get there. You'll be fine.
That would be sweet.
Yeah.
That would be cool. But don't do that though. Do not do that.
All right.
Just chill. Yes, be safe.
Okay.
And hit us up whenever you get to the area.
Yeah. Sounds good. I'll see you guys. Be safe.
All right.
Cheers.
Thanks.
You just wave. So
Yeah.
the park beach.
Ah,
can't-
crud.
So Prunella and Kurt overheard this as well, and they're like, okay. So they're marching an army to the Trembling Peaks. Do we have an army?
I'm gonna look to them and say, "You bet we do." And then, fan, fan out and point to Joel, Louis, and myself. Is Sammy still with us?
Yes.
And look back at Sammy,
Sammy's like, I've met with some tieflings from Mars Claw. They're kind of a big deal. I think you should be more careful than you guys are giving yourselves credit for. Not that you're not super muscular and strong and everything, but I think
Yeah, I've been trying to.
not you. I think we should tread lightly, and I think we should get some numbers going.
I did have an idea for an army, if need be.
The Moss Beast, yes.
And I kind of happen to know a place where we know someone that knows a lot of people with magical powers.
Kid kind of looks up and he's like, I'm not going back there.
Oh.
The three of you stand in this hut, surrounded by friends and one blue idiot, deciding what to do about Visago's army, which seems to be converging for the Cataclysm at the Trembling Peaks. And while you know that a large army is headed there of all the tieflings and perhaps some of their friends, you're prepared, because you've got an army of your own.